Hi, Christina. This is Matthew Robert Payne. Michael Benjamin Jacobson. I've got a friend who works on a psychic hotline. He asks a lot of questions. Gets asked a lot of questions. He's a prophet, and so he's able to answer these questions. And when I got to your request, I felt the Spirit of the Lord said, "You got to step up and you got to start answering questions." Regarding a lot of people ask when their partner is coming. It's hurtful if someone says you're going to meet them in March or you're going to meet them by November this year. It can be very hurtful to have a wrong date. Since you may be in a mid to late 20s. I'm not sure how old you are, but since you'll meet them in the next 5 years, I think by saying 5 years you will have met them. But I do get a couple of things. I said I've got a couple of things, but I'm getting them now as I speak. I'm just writing them down. So here's three things that the Lord wants you to work on. Your intimacy with Jesus. I've got two books. One called Finding Intimacy with Jesus, Made Simple. And one called Seven Keys to Intimacy. I'll put them in links in the description tag. The Lord says, use this time to press in and become intimate with Him. And there's something that He's going to be. He's going to be really intimate with Jesus. And don't rush things, because you definitely can't rush intimacy with Jesus. But I've got a series that I've started. I've done 6 chapters on this book, Finding Intimacy with Jesus. I've done 6 chapters on my YouTube channel so far. I've just got 77 chapters, but I've done 6 so far. You can't rush intimacy, but I sense that that the sooner you're very intimate with Jesus, the sooner He's going to arrive. As the other 2 categories is you need to develop your life so that you're independent, that you don't need a male or earning money for you, that I see sort of a business arrangement. And point number 3 is you got to have business savvy. I don't know if that converts to American, but you got to have business smarts. You got to be smart in business and effective. When I asked what sort of career, I sense that the Lord is going to use you to, wants to move you into fashion management. So as far as I can see, I feel that you start a business launching people in fashion, so finding women, who can design fashion, and starting websites and monetizing their fashion and managing their fashion for them. I sense, if I'm right, that you've got an eye for fashion. You can tell good fashion, but you're not particularly a fashion designer yourself. But I sense that you have the skills and the abilities to find a good fashion designer or two, and you'd have the smarts to be able to design a good website. Shopify is a good website, and design fashion websites and get search engine finding the sites and getting business done. So I feel that you could work in a fashion label, you could work in fashion for a few years, but I see you moving out and being in business yourself. You could probably work for a fashion label and start helping a couple of fashion designers and start businesses in fashion while you're working for the fashion designer. But eventually you move off and manage other fashion designers and run businesses from that. So if I'm right, you've got an interest in fashion. You may not have considered it, but I sense that I'm right about that. And so they're the three areas that I sense that you need to work on. You need to work on intimacy, reaching a stage financially where you're independent and you wouldn't need a male. He's going to really appreciate. I feel that he's going to be successful in business, and you're going to really connect in business. You could even be at a business seminar, at a marketing seminar. You could even be going to some sort of seminar, how to grow your business, how to expand your business, and actually meet him at a dinner table and meet him at this seminar, at this conference, and get talking and him saying, what sort of business are you in? And before you know it, you're really fascinated with this guy, with the conversation, and then he ends up asking you out for a coffee on a date. But I sense that you're going to meet in a business setting, and it's not going to be about a date straight off. You're going to be very interested in his business and how he's going. He's going to be interested in your startup and your early success. And the man in him, the nurturer in him, is going to want to have a look at your business and give you tips and help you. And before you know it, you will have spent enough time together, and he'll develop feelings for you. He's I sense I'm getting like a picture of him. He's very successful, and there's a lot of women after him. But he's very intimate with Jesus, and unless the woman's intimate with Jesus, she doesn't even come on his radar. So in the midst of the business, he'll find out you're a Christian, start asking you questions, and the answers to his questions will show him that you're tremendously intimate with Jesus, and that's when you'll get his attention. It's not the business. He's just like that with anyone, and he's a nice, outgoing, loving person, but when he asks the questions about intimacy, he won't be probing. He'll just be interested because he does it with everyone. He's very open, and gregarious is a word I don't understand, but you probably understand the word. And he's very open and friendly and kind and good-hearted, but he's also very closed, which is an amazing dichotomy. Got some people with me dropping words in my head, but it's an amazing combination that is so very open, but on deeper and deeper levels, he's very closed. And so he asks pointed and deeper probing questions to open people up, to allow him to open up and show his cards. So I sense fashion that you could start, and I feel that you're going to be someone who can just work with girls that are coming out of college and got their first designs, and work with a number of them. Your first website may have 2 or 3 designers with their different products, and have skirts and tops and blouses and pants and certain things from 3 designers and start something pretty good. But I get a sense, I've sort of seen an image of the table and where you met him at this conference, and it'll be some sort of growth marketing sort of thing, and you'd only be there because you've got a business, and he's there because he's got one, and whoever it is speaking is a real expert, and it's not just someone you just pay to go and see. The person who's done it has had tremendous success, and is just teaching people how to move in that way themselves. So, I don't feel you're meeting before you're running this business, and you've got these labels that you're representing, and you're running a business there. And as I said, you can't cheat intimacy. So those 2 books of mine are a good start. But The 7 Keys to Intimacy is a really good book, and each of the 7 keys you got to put into place for your intimacy to really develop. I've got a intimate relationship with Jesus, and I'm even going to enter into mentoring a married couple. And if you work, you could even join in their calls, and I could mentor the whole 3 of you. So very intimate. I could teach you how to do that, and I'm going to mentor them into a lot of things, and you could even join into that and ask me. So I hope that has helped you. It was good for me to do it, and he's going to be wealthy, but he doesn't want someone coming to take his wealth. He wants someone who wants to co-labor with Jesus and use the wealth to grow Jesus' kingdom. He sounds like me, but I've already found my wife. So there we go, and I hope you can give me some feedback. God bless.